as you're watching this video, you'll probably see that I ended up combining like 2 in 1 kind of. When I first tried to do this video, I was like, I'm gonna like try this like glowy makeup look, and it just did not happen, and that's totally fine. It was like one of those days where it just wasn't working. But I hope you enjoyed the other part where I was like showing you a bit of like some of my favorite, like some of the new things that I got for the summer. So let's start off with like a little unboxing. But I wanted to show you some skincare, Suncare that I got. So yeah, I'm like trying to tan, and let me come right back. The first order is I ended up, yeah, I'm like, am I exposing y'all? But I have like a bathing suit underneath. I don't know. Y'all, I'm on my period and my boobs are like going through it. Okay, so the first thing I ordered was L'Occitane. Like I got the L'Occitane. Some people say English, L'Occitane. People love their like shower oil thing, and I'm gonna. Can I open it this way? I suck at opening packages, so they'll literally tell me what to do and I just don't do it. I just wanted like a different experience in the shower, and I ordered, I don't know, I just like something to look forward to in the shower. Like I like to just do something different besides like using, I don't know, my body wash. This is the huile de douche. Huile d'almond with almond oil. Oh. Yeah, shower. Okay, so this is what I ended up ordering. I'm sure you've seen this before. I contemplated getting on with the pump because I like a pump. It's like, do we seriously have to pay like more money for the pump? Like, can you just include the pump? Like, we're in the shower. I don't have time to be just, Anyway, but this is it, and this is the 8.4 fluid ounce, and I'm really excited for this because I think it's supposed to like lather up really well. Ooh, it's like it's not heavy fragrance. Like it has like a little light smell. Oh, it smells clean and nice. Ooh, I'm so excited for this. Oh my gosh. Okay, especially with my period. I might use this today after the tanning timer goes off. But this smells really nice because on my period, I need like some kind of like scent, some kind of odor that really helps me mentally. Maybe it works, but I bought this like shower gel from Savannah. I was just like, let me just try a new shower gel on top of like, my regular shower body wash, and it had like tea tree oil in it. And I don't really use like heavily fragrance things, but that around my period, it just really relaxes me. And I don't know, with the hot shower, I'm more calm and I'm less pissed at the world, to be honest with you. But that's really nice. I'm looking forward to that. During the Memorial Day weekend, they had free shipping. And I was like, free shipping? That's how you do it. Like, I feel like more companies do free shipping. This one I'm really excited about. So this one is the K-Skin. So K-Skin is by Winnie Harlow. She used to be on Myricks and Top Model. And she has like a Suncare line. It's called K-Skin, like C-A-Y skin. And I saw that she has lip SPF. If you know me, I love lip SPF. You also need an SPF on your lips. It just helps with dryness, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think I've been seeing videos, or I saw a couple videos where some people got their lips burnt because they used the regular Aquaphor in the summertime and not the Aquaphor with like the SPF in it. So literally it was like you just frying your lips on that point. So they had like a festival set where it was like I don't even know, but we're just gonna open it up and see. I'm so excited. For everyone under the sun, period, right? If you got skin, you need to be putting sunscreen on. So they were having a sale, or maybe it wasn't for sale, but it's kind of like a bundle. And like I said, I wanted to try their lip SPF. I'm a little bit hesitant, to be honest with you, because one of their lip SPFs, there has been a lot of complaints, like a what you would call it, consistency across the board, where I've seen a lot of complaints about the lip, like the tube not coming, like after a while, you can't really get the product out. So if that happens, I don't know. I'm one of those people where I don't really reach out to customer service, but I just might do that because this is their Suncare protection. This is their Isle Glow body lotion, SPF 45. I've never gotten I just put on regular like lotion and then put on my sunscreen spray. Get about how many? 100 milliliters. I don't know how many 100 milliliters is, but this is what you get. This one is the body oil of SPF 30. I do wish the SPF was higher. I'm always for SPF 50 and above. In this, you get 3.7 fluid ounces. So I unfortunately would not be able to travel with this. Check it, the bag, but I've been traveling a lot. Like I've been traveling by myself since I was like 12. So I just like, I can't, now I don't like checking bags anymore because I can't stand waiting for my bag. I just can't. If it doesn't fit, like, or I can't travel with it, like, it's a no for me. This is their face lotion, SPF 45, so it's a little bit higher. Again, I prefer SPF to be higher. That's just me. So SPF 45 is the best that I can get right now. This one is, I think, 3 ounces. So I think and then this is what I've been looking forward to. Like, this is their Isle Lip Balm, SPF 30, perfect. Because SPF 15 on the lips is just not enough. So this is what it's looking like. I think this was like this got like a reward or something like that. So this one, ooh, I love the applicator. It looks kind of gummy. Ah, it is! Wait, it is kind of gummy. Oh, should I bite it? I mean, this is in Miami? Where in Miami? 33179. With like lip SPF is that you can taste it. And I don't want to be tasting this. Let's see how this looks. Because I've been low on like lip SPF, honest, like lip products in general. Oh, this was nice. Oh, wow. Oh, this was nice. I mean, it has like, just don't eat it. This is fine because the Aquaphor lip SPF, that one has like a taste. Like it actually burns my lips. So I actually know what I'm thinking about. I think I might be allergic to something. I don't have any allergies, but I think I might be allergic to something in these lip SPFs. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But this looks super shiny. Like this looks super shiny and it has lip protection. So my lips will be frying in the sun. This is perfect. Oh my gosh. Let's get into the actual video, which is like the whole skincare or the makeup and catching up with y'all and seeing how y'all are and everything. I have like a list of things that I want to talk about because my brain will go all over the place. And I've been hearing this phrase called like a certified yapper, and I'm definitely one of them. I have always been. And I'm not offended if someone says that I'm a yapper because I just talk a lot. Which makes sense because my mom told me that when I was young, I was pretty much mute for a couple years, so. Okay. Trauma. My room is a mess and I'm trying to pretty much do the best that I can. I'm like in the middle of cleaning. I finally put away my winter stuff because in the beginning of May, the weather, the first 2 weeks of May was crazy because it was like, okay, it's May. But why am I still wearing a cardigan? You get what I'm saying? So I felt like I just had the boxes of like my winter or spring stuff just out. Like I switched them over, but I still had my winter and like long sleeve stuff just sitting out in the bin just in case May decided to just like have like a 60 something degree weather, which did happen a couple times. I feel like the last like update kind of like sit down I did was probably like just me being candid about the G side that is going on, and how, yeah, I think that's what I was like talking about. I don't know, it's just really weird. It's just really weird being on the, I don't know, it's just weird like trying to go about life. I think that's my biggest struggle is like trying to like show up for yourself and other people and also like witnessing what's going on. I don't know, it's just really weird. Like this is the type of stuff that you read on like in textbooks and you're just like, oh no, Brenda, like this is reality. Like this is, so I just wanted to like, you know, do the usual. We sit and we talk and just like, I don't know, just catch up a little bit because I just feel like it's been so long and it's summer here. It is hot. I do have a shirt on, just so you know. I have like a little tube top situation. But it's really hot, so I'm hoping that it doesn't get too hot where I'm gonna have to turn on the AC behind me. But yeah, so we're gonna try to do day 2, take 2 of I don't know how much time has passed between this video and the video in the beginning of this video, but don't worry about it. Your drink of choice. I made some Thai tea. Maybe I could have put more milk, but if you follow me on Instagram, I love making, like, I don't know, I've been really into making my own boba tea. I've been making my own Thai tea. Thai tea is actually the easiest one. There is a woman that I started following, or just like I found her on TikTok. If you just put like boba tea at home, like she pops up. I can't remember her name. I'm like really trying to focus on hydration because that's the whole point of the glow thing. But I know I'm going to use the Danessa Myricks. Basically, I'm trying to recreate the glowy skin, which was not that hard to do, that I did in the Danessa Myricks like review type of video that I did. It's like hyaluronic acid that I just put. It's from Torriden. dive-in serum. I have been using this all winter. It's just like hyaluronic acid. Your moisturizers have it. You don't really need it. But sometimes I'll just use it just to feel fancy. That first sip of Thai tea should be studied. Like, I don't have ADHD, but sometimes I'm just like, there's a lot of undiagnosed people walking around. So I'm trying to like keep it cohesive. But I just wanted to like really just sit up here and record the glowy makeup. But anyway, I feel like for me personally, it's easier to have videos for like the fall, the winter, like the hibernation season. But when it comes to like summertime, I'm like, what do we even talk about? Like, yeah, the typical, like, you know what I mean? Like, what do you watch? Like, I'm curious to know if you're watching this, and I want to know, like, if you have any ideas, like, what kind of videos do you like to watch in the summertime, like on YouTube specifically? I just feel like for me, like, it's easier. Like, for example, I have like my little hibernation series that I do like in the fall that I started last year. Like, that is easy for me because it's just me recording what I'm doing around the house, kind of like vlogging. But I'm a homebody, you know, like I don't really go out, and if I go out, I'm not a vlogger really, so I don't really like to record when I'm out and about. But yeah, y'all, I've just been chilling, honestly. I just feel like it's, you know, I recently started doing the whole thing on my phone where I kind of put a time limit, because I think I was like randomly watching a TikTok video, ironically, and somebody mentioned like they were just talking about like putting like time limit on their phone, or they just had it or it popped up. I can't remember. And I was like, why am I not doing that? You know what I mean? Because like the thing is, like, I am on my phone, but not really. Like, I spend most of my time like reading. Like, if I'm not reading, then I'm editing. This is like for doing my downtime. If I'm not reading, then I'm editing. If I'm not editing, then I'm like sleeping or something. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't, like, I personally do try to be on my phone too long. I don't really have the issue, I don't think, of like, you know, because, you know, the, what do you call it? Comparison is the biggest thief. Wait, comparison is the biggest thief of joy. So I don't really consume like that kind of stuff where I'm like scrolling on Instagram. Because I heard that Instagram is like that place, which when I was younger, absolutely. I don't really have that problem, but I do catch myself sometimes where I'm like, it's summertime, you know, everybody's doing this. Or for example, somebody said like everybody's in south of France, you know, like this and that, which, you know, I'm fortunate enough where I've been to France. I like France, but anyway, point of the whole, what I'm saying is I just try to be very mindful of how long I'm on social media, just because I just feel like I don't want to end up having to like compare myself, you know? So I try to like beat that, like try to get ahead of that. Yeah, so it's like, you know, if I'm not doing that and I'm watching like Desperate Housewives and just kind of like scrolling on the internet on my laptop, which I'm like, is it the same thing, you scrolling on the internet, like looking through the internet? I don't know, I just be looking on the internet and just adding stuff to cart that I probably would never check out. Speaking of going through the internet, I am trying to like find things to do in the city. I think that when you live in a city like New York, or there's just so much to do that it can be a bit overwhelming sometimes. So you end up not doing anything. Like, I've had a problem like every year where I end up like just basically like, I want to do this, I want to do that. First of all, I'm a homebody. I'm an introvert. And when I say an introvert, because I think a lot of people kind of get the definitions confused, I would say, is that, I'm gonna let my brows, I'm gonna put a little bit of gel to hold these things in place because it is hot. So when I say I'm an introvert, it just means the difference between an introvert and an extrovert is that an introvert gets their energy by being by themselves. An extrovert gets their energy by socializing and being with people. I know that we kind of use both of them, not interchangeably, but we assume that an introvert is just someone who's like shy and not, I don't know what people be thinking, but like they just assume that that person is not really like a people person, I think. Like, I don't know. It just means like, how do you recharge? You know what I mean? According to Google, at least. I can put the definitions up, but that's what I heard. It's just hard because I'm like, I want to do this and that, but I'm also like, I need to be able to like recharge and like get my energy. Like, I don't want to wear myself out. You know what I mean? This definitely slaps more when It's been in the fridge because I literally just made the tea. I was like, okay, I'm gonna put some ice immediately while it's like still hot. So it's not like chilled yet. I'm like, trying to preserve my energy. That's where I'm at. I really need to be cautious of like what I'm doing and how it makes me feel. Cause I just get tired easily. And what I mean by tired, it's like not really physically per se, but it's just like emotionally. So I'm like all about preserving my energy, finding things that brings me joy and being very conscious of that. How's everybody doing? How's your summer doing? I hope your summer is coming off to a better start temperature wise. But then again, I heard that it's like hot everywhere. Like it's literally scorching hot everywhere you go. Like Bailey, where she lives in Georgia, it's like 100 degrees outside. Literally 100. Right now in New York, it's like 93, I think it's 93. Probably feels like 100 degrees outside. I don't know. I just feel like when it's hot like this, I don't want to be outside. Okay, so this is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin. I feel like when it comes to like glowy skin and like everyday, I know I love Danessa Myricks, but I just think of Danessa Myricks now. Like it's like in one sentence. When I think of like, if someone were to say, honestly, okay, let me just say this. I recommend her to pretty much anybody and everybody, but when I think of like glowy skin though, I'm like Danessa Myricks because they do such a great job in their marketing when it comes to like showing it off like on their models. I got a heat rash the other day. I'm like trying to also stay out of the heat because I got a heat rash. So I'm gonna put a little bit of the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Glow Serum. As I'm speaking right now, they are supposed to launch, they're launching a concealer. Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm actually really excited. Yeah, they're launching a whole concealer, which, you know, their whole glowy skin line, or yummy skin, excuse me. Apparently, yummy skin stands for, do I need to put on my forehead? Probably not. We're gonna use the tinted the tinted serum. Maybe I kind of went a little too hard. I'm gonna put a little bit right here. Danessa Myricks basically said yummy stands for something. Like her yummy skin line, yummy stands for something. So I'm just trying to figure out what. There's this makeup artist who she had an interview with. Let me see. Y'all, by the time it's like noon 12, I've already went through my time limit. So I spend most of the day, like I'm trying to get better at that, but I spend most of the day just kind of like pressing like 15 more minutes, or ignore the limit for the rest of the day. Instead of me wasting my time, and not wasting my time, instead of me just like looking for what this potentially means, I'm just gonna like put it down here. But yummy skin basically means something, but I just love the yummy skin line, and this is their yummy skin glow serum, and then they have a yummy skin tint that people love. If you are new into makeup and you love something light and just like one step product, y'all know I recommend this balm, and also highly recommend this one too. It's just really, it's such a good product. Like it just looks like skin. That's the thing, yummy skin, you know, but like it looks like skin. It doesn't look like too much. But yeah, so I'm loving how this is looking right now. So I'm curious to see how this is gonna look underneath the skin tint. So yeah, let me clear up my brows and then we'll go back to the face. So y'all, I've just been chilling, you know. I don't really have, and that's the thing, is like I don't like to be like, y'all, I know it's been forever, like I'm gonna try, like I don't really like doing that, like making promises and saying like I'm gonna record. Like yes, ideally it would be nice if I could like stick to a schedule, and at some point I will. It's just like right now it's a bit tough for me to. So yeah, I don't really want to make any promises, but yeah, ideally I would like to record or just like upload a video like 2 times a month. Thankfully my summers are a little bit more flexible. So I know we're talking, and I was talking about books. This will be the section if you like reading specifically. I like reading fiction, specifically like romance fiction. Contemporary romance is what I pretty much reach for right now nowadays. I don't know, should I do my blush? Yeah, I should do my blush. Damn it. So I love this blush. I feel like it's gonna be a Danessa Myricks video basically. This was not intentional. I'm excited for the Yummy Skin Concealer because I just feel like she's just really innovative, and like her explanation for some of the ingredients and how products work. Like the main reason why I like Danessa Myricks, I think, is like, again, is like how they explain the use of their products and how their products are flexible, but multi-use, multi-purpose. You can do so many things with them. Like, I love products like that. Like, I don't know, I've always liked products like that. So anyway, I'm gonna put some blush on, but I think, so I love this Bellini blush. I think though sometimes like it can be a little bit too light, and I'm like getting darker in the summertime, and I just feel like sometimes it could be a little bit too light like on me. Can you see that? Yeah, but I'm still trying to go with like an inner glow, so we're still gonna use Bellini. It's just that sometimes it's it could be a little bit too light if you don't blend it out really well and things like that. So I'm gonna add a little bit. Oh, I already put too much. That's the thing. You see that? Are these lights? You don't see this? You know what? More, but you see what I'm talking about? Like, it just looks, it's gonna be underneath. It's gonna be on underneath the tinted moisturizer or the tinted skin serum. Make sure I'm using the right terminology here. Sometimes when I feel like it's just too light, like for example, if I was wearing this on top and not underneath, then I would usually just go in. So this is the shade Bellini. I usually go in with Dancing Queen and kind of add Dancing Queen, this shade right here, to like a little bit right here. Ooh. Bellini is like, not Dancing Queen is very pigmented, but I love purple blush. Y'all, I wore, so I went to go see my family, and I wore like, not a lot of blush, but like just enough so you can see it. And I did it the way that people usually do, but like if you're not a makeup wearer and everything, you know, around your family, people who wear makeup a lot, you're probably like this. And that's the reaction that I got. So I like went to see my family. I had some family like visiting or whatever. And I like did a little bit. It wasn't a lot, but it was like the kind of like, you know, butterfly effect that I like to do like right here. And literally like people's eyes went right here. And I was like, was that a mistake? I obviously was not, you know, embarrassed, but it just was like, you know, when you're so used to doing like, when you're not around people who do makeup or just like aware of like the makeup trends, then they're probably like, what is going on here? Okay, I think you can kind of see it. Yeah, you can kind of see it. But okay, we're gonna put the tinted stuff, like the serum. I feel like this is, and their whole thing is like hydrate, smooth, correct. So it's like hydrating, so it's not mattifying. So I feel like that's why it'll be good to put on like, you know, because you can still see the glow underneath, hopefully. Clearly I can see the glow from my freaking forehead right now. Speaking of books, I know I was talking about books. I'm trying to figure out where to even start. But if you want to know about the books that I've been reading a little bit more, my Instagram, my TikTok, feel free to check them out. I kind of post them a little bit more on there about my books that I read. I'm putting like this much. Let's just talk about the most recent. I have something right here. So I got into Kennedy Ryan. So I read her book Before I Let Go like a month or two ago. But most recently, I read her Hoop series, or I'm reading her Hoop series, and I read Long Shot, and then I just finished like 3 or 4 days ago Block Shot. And then after that, I read The Neighbor Favor, which is such a cute book. So I read The Neighbor Favor by Christina Forrest. All these books are from the library. I'm like, you know what? I pay so much money in taxes in New York here that I will be using the free services. It's not really free because it's where my taxes, I would hope my taxes go. But apparently they're trying to cut down the library budget. But we're not gonna get into that. Because my blood pressure does not need to be going up any higher than it is right now. I just go backwards. So I just finished Block Shot, and so that is part of the Hoop series by Kennedy Ryan. I love Kennedy Ryan's writing. I just feel like her books, like, or her writing, it just kind of makes you think a little bit. I wouldn't say the Hoop series necessarily does that in that sense. I feel like Before I Let Go, there were so many like life lessons in there a little bit. I'm not saying Long Shot, you know, the Hoop series does not. It's just that I just remember wanting to go and buy Before I Let Go. I remember I was like, I really want to go and buy Long Shot, not Long Shot, Before I Let Go for myself, just to have like my own copy so I can like take note on a couple things, because there were a couple quotes in there that I was like, you know what I mean? I like the Hoop series so far. I will say they do have it in there that there's a lot of like domestic violence themes, which they do tell you that can be triggering for some folks. And that it was definitely triggering for me. I knew what I was getting myself into. It's just that I was skipping through a lot of it. And she did say that she dedicated the book or wrote the book because a couple years ago, I think there was a public like situation with like a young woman in the media that was going through a domestic violence relationship, and so she was inspired to write the book or the Hoop series, starting with that. So Long Shot was good. It's just that it can be triggering for some folks. The story, I mean, it's a good book. Like, I like her writing. It just was a bit much for me sometimes. So I just wanted to put that out there. I just finished Block Shot. So Block Shot is the second book of the Hoop series and is basically now the brother of the first book's male character, like the main character. So yeah, it focuses on that. Now Block Shot, let me just say, if you like reading romance and you like, you know, like spiciness, not like spice, but like if you don't mind the spiciness and everything, I mean, all her books, she writes romance, okay? I'm not saying all romance books have a lot of spice, but this one definitely does, because the brother, Jared, he is something, okay? He definitely is something. But the book is really, I liked Block Shot. I think I read Long Shot, and then I read Neighbor Favorite, and then I read Block Shot, because I need to take a break in between. The Neighbor Favorite was such a cute, easy read. And I love the fact that they're like, I'm biased that it was based in New York. And if you haven't read Neighbor Favorite, basically Neighbor Favorite is about the main character, because I just be not forgetting these books, but the main character, Lily, she works for like a publishing company, and she basically just kind of like ends up like emailing one of like her favorite authors, and her favorite authors go like a different like penmanship name. Point is, they end up like emailing back and forth, and it's just a story of how that develops. I don't want to go into details about it or like ruin it. They kind of end up becoming neighbors without realizing it. That makes sense. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. I don't know. Neighbor Favorite is like really cute read, and it's like about 355 pages. The Hoop series is like about 450 pages minimum. So if you like long books, definitely check that out, like the Hoop series. But yeah, I'm just like one of those people where if I like an author's work, I like their books, and I usually will just try and like read their other books. I really liked the Neighbor Favorite, and now I'm gonna try and read the partner plot by Christina Perry by Christina Forrest. And yeah, apparently this came out in May of like 2024. This book focuses on Lily's sister. So in the Neighbor Favorite, the female main character, Lily right there, her sister, it's her sister's book, I guess, or her focus. If you want to hear a little bit more about books, I can go on about books, but go on to my TikTok. I'm trying to post a bit more about like books. And the thing is, I would like not to talk so badly about like certain books. Like, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to like crap on like people, like authors who work really hard on their books. That's the thing. Like, I really don't want to do that. I want to put some lashes on. Which lashes are those? Oh, these are cute. I haven't worn lashes in so long. And when I went to Colombia, I like packed some lashes. I don't know who I thought I was. The most that I did was wear like some mascara just so that my eyes didn't look lost in some photos, but that's about it. But I can't remember what these lashes are, but these are like super, this looks kind of gross, but these are like super pretty lashes, and they fit my eyes like really, really well. But I think what I'm gonna do, and you see the glow on my skin? See that? Wait, let's focus on more books. So I'm gonna go to the New York Public Library app, and there's a book that I've been wanting to read because I just like, my favorite thing though is I like going to the library, and I will go to the library. My sister was calling me Matilda, which is true because I should probably bring a freaking cart because I have back problems. So I'll go with like my tote bag, and then I walk out. One time I checked out like 12 books, and excuse me, I don't live that far from the library, but I was just kind of like, my shoulder wasn't doing so well. I've been trying to read because people hype it up, and I'll read books that are hyped up, and I also will go to the library and just check out books that I kind of like find or like discover without the hype on social media. Abby Jimenez, I really want to get into her books because people really love it, and why not? And I'm trying to read her books in order because this girl on TikTok posted like a whole dedicated video to all of her books, and she's like, you need to read it in order, like here's what I suggested. But when I tell you the wait, like I've been trying to read her book. This one says I'm trying to read part of, I'm like, I have a couple of them on hold. Part of Your World is like, I'm number 32 out of 139. I'm trying to read Life's Too Short, 10 out of 40. These are my positions. Some of these I've been waiting for a while, like my place. One book I want to read is The Idea of You. And remember, there's a movie that recently came out. If you didn't know, I'm a directioner. I've been a directioner since, let's say, 7th grade. And I think according to the author, I don't know the story 100%, but according to the author, by the way, there's like this really famous author. I'm going to put her name down here. I recognize her. When I saw the picture of her, apparently she wrote the book, which I'm like, that's amazing. I didn't read the book, but I'm trying to read the book. I have not watched the film yet. According to the author, she was inspired by a boy band. I'm like, girl, just say 1D. Like, just say 1D. Allegedly. I don't have my facts, but she was inspired by a boy band. And y'all, tell me why the main character was supposed to be a black woman. I want to read the book before I watch the film. I love Anne Hathaway. I grew up on Anne Hathaway. I love Anne Hathaway. You know, I think she's an amazing, like, that woman is amazing, okay? Like, I love Anne Hathaway. And also, I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, that, always surprised. Like, clap if you're shocked that, unfortunately, like, a white woman had to, like, play the role for it to, like,
don't be shocked
into a film in this way.
You're
anyway,
shocked?
I want to read the book, but I've been waiting for like over a month now, and that's usually when I request a book from the library. I wait like max a week, and I kind of want to, when I go in, I'm gonna go and ask like what's going on with that. Like, is everybody trying to read The Idea of You? Like, I'm so confused. Maybe they are, but the movie came out, like I requested around the time the movie came out, and yes, that made sense for me to be waiting a long time, but it hasn't really. I don't know what's going on. Like, I genuinely, like, what's going on? Another book I have on hold is The King of Wrath. And that series, people love that series. I'm open to just reading, like, a lot of books. I'm like, let me read it. Like, let me see why it's hyped up. Because I guess the lingo was, like, TBR. My TBR, like, which means to be read, list is not that long, I would say. Like, I just go to the library. If I find a book, like, I usually will request about 3 to 5 books that I want ahead of time, and then I'll go to the section that I usually go to, and then I'll look at some books that I haven't heard of, and then I'll read them. I'm adding a little bit of, like, the pressed powder, because sometimes I forget to add a little bit of pressed powder, but I'm only focusing it right here. I'm not going to go on my cheeks, so I want that glow. I'm really enjoying reading. Like, I don't know, I love, like, getting lost in the world. Because, like, you know, I've been watching Desperate Housewives, which is a whole... I never, like, Bailey and I were watching it together. She finished it. I had, like, 2 more seasons. I just finished season 6 of Desperate Housewives. Can we bring back, like, when they give you, like, you know, 20 episodes and each episode is, like, 40 minutes long? Like, can we do that? Like, I'm not in the arts. I don't know why we can't do that. But, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what happened to those, like, episodes where they were, like, holidays, you know? Now, like, I don't watch Bridgerton, but, like, child, waiting how many years for one episode? Or for one season? Like, would they give you 8 episodes for one season? Are you kidding me? Hulu's been killing it with their TV shows. And I love watching, like, old TV shows. So I actually don't really mind old TV shows. So I like them because they're older and, you know, they have longer episodes, longer seasons, and you kind of, like, when the shows end, you're like, okay, like, I feel like okay with the ending because I feel like I've seen the character grow and change. Like, I'm on season now starting 7 of Desperate Housewives, and I'm like, if this show were to end, like, that's fine because I've been watching it for, like, months now. This reminds me of that quote that Beyonce had where it's like, people don't want to come out with albums anymore. They just, like, throw out, you know, one or a couple songs. I'm like, that's how I feel with these freaking TV shows. I just feel like I'm looking way too shiny. I mean, we're not done yet, so I just need to really just kind of, like, go back with the brows. I did set underneath right here. I like how glowy this looks, but this is giving, like, oiliness. So I'm just gonna do, like, a little light dusting Basically the light is light naturally hits right here. So I'm gonna do it just kind of like do in between right here. And just lightly, because this is just some leftover powder, pressed powder from the Black Radiance kit, or like just lightly. I'm not really pressing hard. I just don't want to look like I'm greasy AF. Because the thing is, like, I don't have crazy oily skin, but I still get oily. But I want the oil to look natural. Like I'm glowing from within. I'm gonna go back in with the same brush that I use with the blush and just kind of like add a little bit more on top. I'm not going back in. It's just like the leftovers, just to like make it pop a little bit more. But is this a safe space? Is this a safe space? I don't know. Tell me. Is this a safe space to like vent about hairstylists? I went to, and I'm only saying this because that's the name, like an African hair braiding shop. They're called African Hair Braiding Hair Salon. So this was like my third time. Okay, let's just on the pilot. Let's talk a little bit, because I went to this hair salon. Like this was my third time. Okay, my first time I went, it was actually, now that I think about it, this is all within like not even a year. Okay, my first time I went to like the braiding salon that I went to, like, oh, this looks so good. Like, so my brows were getting oily too. Much better. So this was like my first or my third time. The first time I went to this hair braiding salon, it was around September of last year. So September 2023, which is crazy because we're in December 2024, about to be in 2025. But anyway, December 2023, and I got twists. So if you saw, I got twist, super easy style. And when I went in, and I talked about this on my TikTok, when I went in, I wanted the style because I got the style idea from my sister. My sister was staying with me over the summer, and she was doing her twist on her own. She bought the hair herself, and she was able to, based off of Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, of course, watching videos and watching people, she bought 2 packs of hair, and she only ended up using 1 pack of hair. Now, I love my sister, but she got a big head. But she used like a whole pack on her hair, and she was fine. So I ended up buying 1 pack of hair because I was like, oh yeah, her head is bigger than mine. She should definitely be able to like, like the braiding salon. So I did a lot of research. I ended up finding this spot, and I went there, and first impression, I could include the video. I don't remember what I said in that video. This was like a while back. But basically they were like, this is my first time there. They're like, oh no, like 1 pack of hair. Like you would have thought these people had never done 2-strand twists with kinky hair in their life. Or they just like, it was really weird because I'm like, it's 2-strand twists. I'm not asking for like boho braids, like these new styles. I'm literally asking for like twisting my hair, but like using kinky hair. Like this has been around for like decades. Like if anything, the boho style is newer, right? So I ended up going back and forth with them. I ended up calling my sister and like, show her your hair. My sister was like, I'm confused as to why they're having a hard time trying to comprehend the fact that 1 pack of hair should be enough. And lo and behold, she was able to do it, of course, with 1 pack of hair. Like she couldn't believe it. And the girl that ended up doing my hair was this young girl, and she was really cool. Let me know if I'm like doing too much with this, but so a couple years ago, I basically had some kind of like allergic reaction to, I think, the product that they were using. Now, I love getting my hair braided. I don't get it done as much as I used to before I cut my hair. I don't really get my hair braided. If I do now, it's like maybe like max 2 to 3 times a year. So I had a like allergic reaction because I feel like, in my opinion, I'm not the only one, and there are other people out there where some braiders, they just use way too much like gel, grease, all that kind of stuff. And I think my scalp just couldn't handle it. And I remember there was a style that I did, and it's actually up, and it's the style where I talked about like underarm like odor, like that video that's on my shorts. That style, it looks cute, but when I tell you my hair, my scalp was on fire. And I'm one of those people now where I'm not afraid to wash my braids. I'm not afraid to wash my hair with the braids in. Like that's not a problem. So I ended up, washing my hair, hoping that it should be fine. Like I was just miserable the whole style. So ever since then, when I got that style, which that style with my scalp went on fire, it was probably maybe like 2022, I think. I basically tell them not to put any product in my hair. So I come in, my hair is prepped, stretched, all that kind of stuff, just braid it like, I don't know, we used to do back in the day. So I requested that, and on top of me telling them that, hey, it should be able to work for you to use 1 pack of hair, they were flabbergasted that I was like, you know, don't use any gel, don't use any product. I didn't think that was that big of a problem, because back in my day, I don't mean to sound like this, but they used to be able to do it. They used to braid your hair without all that kind of, maybe they add a little grease, but it's not that big of a deal. But nowadays, I feel like a lot of like hair braiders, when they're getting started out, in general, they tend to rely heavily on the gel. Like they slather on like a bunch of product to the point where sometimes with my braids, I mean, I don't have any product in, but I used to like squeeze like right here, and there'll be a lot of extra like residue in my hair. So long story short, I went in this 3rd time. It was the 3rd and last time I went to this hair braiding salon. And I told them, I was like, no hair product. And this was my 3rd time. So the girl that I usually go to, she doesn't really work on, I think, like the day that I went in. I can't remember the day, but I usually would go in on Thursdays, but I went on like a Tuesday or Wednesday. And she was used to me. So she knew that, and she would accommodate me, not a problem. The owner this time, when I tell you, and the thing is, like, I speak, you know, Haitian Creole, if you didn't know. And I think that with their French that they speak, they definitely understood what I was saying. And I wasn't saying anything disrespectful, but I was calling my sister, and I was like, they are over here complaining. And the woman, so she started in the back of my head, and the whole time she basically was like complaining about me saying like I don't use any grease, all these different things. And then she was even like, I think, talking badly about the young girl who usually does my hair, and how, you know, she probably doesn't have it. Because I was like, yeah, the girl never really had any problem. You get what I'm saying? Like, she doesn't really have any problem. It's just that simple. Point is, this was my 2nd time getting like knotless bohemian braids, whatever you want to call it, right? With the curly pieces. I'm going to insert the vision that I had in mind, and then I'm going to insert what they did. So I kind of don't even want to take this out because my bun is actually looking decent. But basically the idea was like, it's going to be, I got the color 4 for the braids, and then for the curly pieces, 27 and 30. And I had a little bit of 27 left, and I wanted like little pieces, whatever. Sis wasn't really getting the image. I showed like 5 different images. And when I tell you, like, I wanted more curly pieces. Like, I had the image, like I had a folder of like the idea. It's supposed to be like curly pieces at the end. When I tell you she was supposed to include like the curly pieces at the end, my hair, I've had this hair up in this bun the whole time. Because it was supposed to be like the, you know, like the medium size, boho, whatever style, like shoulder length, whatever, giving like, you know, flawless curly pieces. Like, when I tell you, I don't think they're, like, this is what the ends are looking like. What sense does this make? If I have lighter pieces, wouldn't it make sense for the curly pieces to be at the end? So it looks weird because it's supposed to be like a gradient, right? Dark roots, darkness in there, and then like the curly pieces are lighter. So I look kind of crazy. So I've been having this style in. I know there's so many braiding salons in New York that it's not a problem, but I don't really leave reviews. I don't do any of that, but I have never felt so compelled to leave a review, which I have it written in my notes and I totally forgot. And I've had this style in for almost a month, but I just don't feel like they're well versed, because even when I did the other style, when I did it like months ago, like during the holidays, I had like the Goldilocks pretty much, like the boho braids. They didn't even like curl the pieces, and that was my first time getting boho braids. Like the braids itself, they didn't even curl the ends. So you had the curly pieces, but then we looked at my hair, the ends itself were straight chopped. So yeah, I was like, you know what? This is my 2nd time and the last time getting boho braids. Now, if I'm like super desperate, would I go back? I don't know, because they are kind of nice, but it's just one of those things where I feel like, and I have to remember too, I'm like, girl, you are a paying customer. Like, why are you hesitant to like kind of like speak up your mind? I keep forgetting that. And I still tipped. One of my friends, she doesn't be tipping like that. You know, but you know, like I still tipped, you know, because I just was like, I don't know why. I literally was like, now looking back, I'm like, I shouldn't have tipped because I wasn't happy with my service. But then there was a second girl. So the owner was the one who did the back, and the second girl came in and she didn't say anything when she found out. Like, she was just like, all right. But when I tell you, I've had so many curly pieces fall out. Like, I don't think they're like tightening enough. I'm back on it. I don't know, but I just know like that was the first and the last time that I went over there to get my hair like in boho braids. Now, if I'm like desperate, I'm like really needing of something, maybe I'll go. But there are so many braiding salons in New York, in every borough, that like, you know, it's fine. But yeah, I literally have never really had an experience like that before. I was just kind of like, child, it was something. Like, never again. Like, never again. Nothing worse when you're like going to get a service and then I don't know. And the thing is, like, I try to be very mindful. I'm like, was that too much to ask for, to say not to use anything? And granted, the woman did say, like, you know, she was visually like, she was like bothered by the fact that I told her I did not want to. She was definitely like, you know, bothered by it. Like, she was not hiding it at all. Like, she was very frustrated, which I don't think that's really something you show. Personally, I'm like, I just don't think that's something that you really show, but it is what it is. I'm gonna do something a little bit different where I'm even gonna add a little bit of the glow serum on top as like a little bit of a highlighter. I don't know. I think this looks good. Let me know what y'all think. I think this is exactly what I want. Like, you do not need the lashes. I just wanted some lashes. I did not bronze, and I'm okay with that. Because we're trying to go with like, I just put like this little dot. Because we're trying to go with like every day, but not every day. I'm gonna smile and just add a little bit. I've never done that, but you know what, Danessa, I feel like with her stuff, you can experiment with a lot of her stuff. Just like see what works. And look at that, it looks really nice. I'm like, y'all, I just want to be able to like get my hair braided without it being a problem. And usually I've never really been one of those people where I'm like, I've never really had stories. That's the thing. I've never really had horror stories when it comes to like hair braiding. But yeah, I feel like now recently, I feel like I'm one of those people where now I have a story to tell. Like, I feel like I constantly have, my sister was like, you better not go back there. She's like, Brenda, you better not go back there. And I don't plan on going back there. I really don't. Again, if it's like the last place, like if I'm like really desperate maybe, but no, I don't really plan on going at all. Like, it's just, I just don't think I should be. Like, I worked in like retail, and I remember they used to say like customers always right, I guess. Oh yeah, speaking of my brain, she was like, do you have your own like gel or whatever? But the thing is, I don't really use gel, so maybe I could have like gotten gel. I'm thinking of maybe just getting my own. But the thing is, they just put too much, and then my scalp is just like not bleeding, my scalp is just like crying out loud. Or I personally also just feel like when you get braids, when I've gotten braids and they don't add a lot of product or just really any, my braids like low-key last longer. That's just been my experience. Like, I remember when I got the style, the boho braids, boho knotless braids, back in like the Goldilocks ones, as I like to call them, like the curly, yeah, back in December. I remember it was like almost 2 months, probably 2 months, and I was washing my hair still every week. Like, my hair was still fine. Like, I really just took it out because I just got bored. But I think in my experience, like, my braids have lasted longer when I don't have any product. And some people have also agreed to that. I decided to put some of the Jaclyn Hill eyeliner on. Maybe that's a little bit much because looks fine. But I've been loving this K-Skin lip SPF. You know, I love my lip SPF. And this is, yeah, their IO Lip Balm SPF 30. And yeah, I love it. If any braiders are out there, or maybe like the older, more seasoned hair braiders, preferably understand what I'm saying, or maybe if you know what I'm talking about, like, my skin just can't, like, my scalp can't really do it. I don't like having a story to tell all the freaking time. Oh, I want to get my hair done. Sometimes I just want to get my hair done and call it a day. Like, I don't want to have a story to tell. A little bit of the glow serum, just like a little bit, just like using the same brush that I have from the blush. Here. I can't believe that it's like summertime now. Like, it's about to be July at this point. By the time you see this, like, summer is flying. I could have sworn it was just Memorial Day weekend, which I know it's not really summer yet because the first day of summer is like June 21st. But I'm just like, time is flying by too much. It needs to slow down. I think that's all the yapping I gotta do for today. You know, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to think too hard on some of these videos. I really enjoy making these videos. Yeah, so I hope y'all are doing well. Y'all are staying cool and dry in this heat wherever you are, and I hope you are doing well. You are taking care of yourself the best that you can. Like these sit down videos, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you watched my videos before, you're not subscribed, then feel free to subscribe somewhere right here, I think. See you in the next video. Bye.